What's up, Mystics? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic by Nature. I'm B, and this is going to be the February 2019 reading for Capricorn. So, February, all my readings are about love. So, Capricorn, yours is no different. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at Mystic by Nature. And if you would like to book your own reading, all of the information will be down in the description box. So, Capricorn, I meditated for you all, and I received a very interesting message. I will be using the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck, by the way, for these readings, and then I will be pulling an oracle card from the Work Your Light oracle deck. So Capricorn, I received a message of fight for what you want. I feel like in your relationship, you're at a place right now where you're trying your hardest to, really give it a fair chance. I heard the song Ordinary People, and it was the bridge, the maybe we'll never find, maybe we won't survive, maybe we'll grow, we never know, maybe you and I, that is the perfect example of the kind of energy that's present right now. Spirit is saying fight for what you want. If what you want is happiness, then fight for it. Don't be quick to give up on your relationship just yet. I feel that the relationship right now with you and somebody is very tumultuous, but be patient, hang in there. Okay, so the overall energy for you, the Five of Wands, it makes total sense. Right now in your relationship, there is complete conflict going on. There is a lot of back and forth, a lot of arguing, a lot of butting heads, just a lot of disagreements. And for you, Capricorn, I know that you all are very practical in your approach. You are not very emotional. So sometimes it is a bit hard for you all to kind of, figure out how you want to move forward in your relationships, especially when conflict is present. For some of you, I feel like you resort to walking away. For others, I feel like, you resort to something else. But there's definitely conflict going on right now around you in your relationship. And Capricorn, it's just very important that you allow yourself to push through that energy, push through it and try to figure out how you want to move forward. The Five of Wands is still a problematic card, but it is only a 5, and I feel like it's room to turn it around. And I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, give it a chance to see if things shift. So the success, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I kind of feel like the success here is that, as you work through this conflict with your partner, I feel like you'll finally understand and be able to sympathize with where they're coming from. I feel like you'll be able to build a more solid foundation. We have the Emperor card here. I feel like you'll be able to build a more solid foundation with your partner and finally understand where they're coming from. Sometimes the Ten of Swords can symbolize, you being your own worst enemy, or you kind of being in your head a whole lot. It also can symbolize, moving past the hurt and the pain and the betrayal that comes with the upright Ten of Swords, and starting to finally let that energy go. So I kind of feel like, Capricorn, if you push through this time of conflict with your partner, you will be able to get to a more stable and solid foundation. That's what the Emperor is kind of screaming to me, like, foundation. The Emperor card is very, firm, very sure, very, assertive. And so I kind of feel like if you work through this energy with your partner, you'll definitely be able to rise up from all of the pain that might have happened in the relationship on both parts. And I feel like not only will you be able to heal your pain, but you'll also be able to kind of understand your partner's pain a little bit more. So the challenge. The challenge is moving forward. We have the Six of Swords. So again, this is that energy of being in the boat, but not really sure where to go. And then we have the Princess of Swords. I'm going to take that. So, yeah, it's being in the boat, but not really knowing where to go, or not really knowing how to get to that next step. And also, the Six of Swords energy, so many people got the Six of Swords this month. I think Pisces had it, I think Scorpio had it, and it's really just that energy of understanding that this is a time where there is so much that goes into moving forward in a relationship, that you're gonna have your days where sometimes y'all are still gonna get on each other's nerves, and you still gonna be like, you know what, I don't even know if I want to do this shit, to be honest. I mean, you still gonna have days like that, but the bright side here is that you all are moving forward. And if anything, I feel like this Princess of Swords energy is like, yeah, you're nervous about it and you're unsure about it, but you know that there's a lot that you can learn from the situation. I mean, the Princess of Swords is a restless energy, overthinking a lot, very in your head, but also very curious, very inquisitive, a lot of questions. So I really feel like as you all open up the door to have more conversations and open up your communication, there's a lot more that you can figure out about your partner and about you all's conflict that will, again, help you all build a solid foundation and truly get a better understanding of each other's pain, because I feel that both of you all have pain in the situation and you all will really be able to kind of figure out where you're headed next. It will bring about a great clarity as far as where you all are actually going, you know, where are these waves heading to, where you are riding to. And again, be patient. You know, Spirit said clear as day, you know, if what you want is happiness, then you have to be willing to fight for that. And again, hearing that whole Part of Ordinary People by John Legend, it just really, for me, confirms that, you know, Spirit is really trying to tell you, like, you know, give it a fair chance to figure out if you all can make it work. If you can't, then okay, you know, you all will have to split. But if you can, give it a fair chance, you know, because you never know what can happen if you all do decide to actually, you know, give it a chance and move forward. Because again, like I said, you all have an opportunity here to learn a lot more about each other and get a better understanding. There's a lot of Swords energy here, just a better understanding of how you all got to this point, you know, how you all got to this point of feeling so low and being at your lowest. You know, reverse, this is saying to me that you all are coming out of that energy to a more solid, you know, foundation. And again, understanding how you all got there and working through the conflict that is present. So the outcome. I'm going to clarify this before I even speak on it. Okay, so the outcome here, we have the Fool in reverse and we have the Sun in reverse. So I kind of interpret this a few ways. One, I interpret this to mean that at the current time, it feels like you all will really have to do a lot of work to reach your happiness. It feels like you all will really have to compromise on a lot of things, and it's going to be a lot of hard work. I mean, the Fool card is an energy of being rather stuck, and that makes sense because the challenge here is moving forward. You know, the challenge here is figuring out how do you finally take the leap of faith and move forward. But again, this is about, you know, taking the opportunity to figure out where you all went wrong and then trying to adjust that. Again, Capricorn, I'm not pushing you to stay in the relationship, but I am telling you that that is an option, and that Spirit is saying to you that if that is what you truly want, you know, fight for that. You know, if your happiness is, you know, attached to you being without this person, then, you know, fight for your happiness in that way by leaving the relationship. Whatever it is that you want to do, you all are entitled to free will. You know, I'm just giving you what Spirit is giving me. But again, Spirit is saying that, you know, this is a stuck energy, but I feel like that's because you all have a lot of unpacking and work to go through that will eventually turn that card around to you all finally getting your new beginning. The Sun card here in reverse is kind of saying to me that, you know, you all might be at odds. It might not be, you know, the best energy right now, but I feel like you all have the opportunity to turn it around. I mean, I really feel like it really just depends on the work that you all are willing to do. This Sun card also says to me that, you know, this situation is not typical. The situation is not typical. I mean, a part of this is like the Sun to me sometimes can symbolize, you know, not being in a traditional state or not doing something in the traditional manner. And so this card in reverse is kind of speaking to me and saying, you know, no, you all aren't doing shit by the book. You know, you all aren't, you know, going about shit the way that other people might go about shit. But this is the relationship between you and this person. You know, this is about you all figuring out how you want to move forward. This is about you all doing what's best for you all. It's not about pleasing anybody else. You know what I'm saying? This is about doing it for you. The Empress card is here in reverse, which to me is just kind of saying, you know, you have to be able to kind of see the beauty in the situation. Even though it is a very difficult experience, there's a lot of pain here, a lot of hurt, a lot of lessons that need to be learned, but there's definitely this energy of, you know, if you all are willing to fight for it, you can make it work. No, it's not going to be peaches and cream all the time. No, it's not the way, you know, that you would have liked it to go. No, it's not, you know, the best situation, but you can always turn things around with hard work if it's worth fighting for. If it's not, then that is up to you to make that decision to, you know, part ways. Even though these cards are reversed in the outcome, I'm still not feeling like, you know, I heard from Spirit, fight for what you want. So I'm going with what Spirit is saying. I don't take these cards as negative. You know, I take this as, yes, you're stuck because you're trying to figure shit out. No, you're not doing shit the traditional way because this is your relationship with that person. It don't got shit to do with what other people think you should be doing, what society think you should do. This is about you. This is about finding out your happiness and what's going to make you happy and what's going to make the other person happy, if you even care about what's going to make the other person happy, if you're deciding to stay with them. And then the Empress card here in reverse is just saying that you need to be able to see the beauty in the situation and understand that there's so much that you can learn from the situation. There's so much that can be given to you, so many fruits that you can bear from the situation if you truly give it a chance, Capricorn. So a lot of energy to unpack here, but like I said, the success, working through the pain, and eventually becoming a more solid person or a more solid unit if you decide to stay in the relationship. So for the Oracle deck that I'm using, I posed the question, what does Capricorn need to remember in reference to love? And I received Inner Temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. And that is what Spirit is trying to say, Capricorn. What does your heart want? You know, when we speak about happiness, I know especially for earth signs, a lot of the times that is consumed in the physical world, is consumed in the material. You know, oh, I would be happy if I had a nice house. I would be happy if I had, you know, $1 billion. I would be happy if I had this. But what does your heart want, Capricorn? And that is what Spirit is telling you to fight for. Spirit is telling you to fight for what makes your heart happy, you know. And there's a difference in being in a relationship where there is, you know, complete where there's, you know, you want to be with the person, but you know that it's not for your better good. If it's a situation like that, then Spirit is telling you to fight for your freedom, you know, fight for, you know, the love of yourself, that you won't tolerate that. But if the relationship is not that, and it's just you all are having conflict and misunderstandings, you know, Spirit is telling you to really take a deep look, Capricorn, at your heart and figure out what it is that you want. You know, if you want to be with this person, if that person truly makes you happy and you do feel like being with them is for your greater good, then again, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of patience, because we do have all three of these cards in the reverse. We have the Fool, the Sun, and the Empress card in reverse. But again, it's about being able to see the beauty in the situation, accepting that this is you all situation. It's not for anybody else to judge. It's not for anybody else to decide. This is your decision. And it's about understanding that even though you are at a standstill, you all have not ended yet unless you've made the decision to. That's what this is about. And this is about following your heart, because that's what Spirit wants you to do. Capricorn, I hope that this message resonated with you all. I appreciate you all for tuning in. It means so much to me. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the channel, Mystic by Nature. Follow my Instagram at Mystic by Nature. And if you would like to purchase a reading, the information will be down in the description box. And until next time, I'm out.